If you want to assess a people, and because of the impact of culture on the minds of people, Ghana registered an indelible impression on the minds of the entire African people on the continent. First,
some of the things some Nigerians never knew about Ghana. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you are hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. For my returning viewers and my amazing subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. A lot of the things some Nigerians claim that they are the founder of those things actually started from Ghana, especially the Gen Zs of this generation never knew that Ghanaians were the founders of these things.
I am going to talk about the glory that was Ghana, that is Ghana, that will continue to be Ghana. This continent has produced Dr. Nkrumah. This continent produced Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. If you want to assess a people and their contributions to the world, you think about their culture. Culture is eclectic. Culture is dynamic. And because of the impact of culture on the minds of people, Ghana registered an indelible impression on the minds of the entire African people on the continent. First of all, let's talk about Ghanaian music. There was a guy called E.T. Mensah. He began it all. He gave us Day by Day, and then Africa, the home of freedom. Ghana, the land of freedom. Then after E.T. Mensah, we have the Black Beats of Ghana, led by King Bruce. We have the Broadway Dance Band with Joss Akins. We have the Ramblers Dance Band with Jerry Hansen. We have the African Brothers with Ampadu. Then, of course, came the guitar band series, C.K. Man, E.K. Nyame, because there were so many of them. And all this music originated from Ghana. Why? In Nigeria, the popular genre of music is high life. Where did high life come from? Ghana. This is where it originated. And this is why, whenever you play high life, you cannot forget to mention that this is the home of high life. Sitting down here and looking at the young men and women performing, I tell you the truth, I've been carried away. I wish I were as light as Pat Thomas. I would have been dancing here, you know. Ghana became independent in 1957. Until then, so many countries on the continent of Africa were not independent. There was a football competition that was organized in 1957 between Ghana and Nigeria. It was called the Jalco Cup competition. I don't ever recall that experience with nostalgia, but with plenty of melancholy. Why? Because Ghana beat us by 7 goals to nothing. Now, when we come to the field of sports, the first Ghanaian boxer to become a British Empire featherweight champion was somebody called Roy Ankra. You don't know that. On the continent of Africa, I want you to listen properly. Roy Ankra from here became the first British Empire featherweight champion. But we got the world champion before you, then you started producing them. We got the first world featherweight boxing champion, Hogan King Bossy, Nigerian. First world middleweight boxing champion, Dink Tiger from Nigeria. Then we paused. Then you took over. You got Ikwote, you got Azuma Zoom Zoom Nelson, and then the young man behind us. It will be difficult for you to see any country on the continent of Africa that has impressed the world. I mean, like Ghana. When you beat us by 7 goals to nothing, I remember some of the names that inflicted that humiliation on us. I remember Agrifin, center forward, Wilberforce Nfum, goal, center half Charles Gayanfi, captain, outside right Babayara, outside left Salisu, left full back Oblite, right full back Odameti.
God indeed bless our homeland Ghana. This country has been a great blessing to Africa and to the world at large. When I watched this video of this legend, Pet Edochie, this man is a Nollywood actor, is a producer, is also a director, is a father who have lived a noble life. This man is a hero. When I watched the video, when he was talking about how the music industry started, how some of the things that we never knew about Ghana started, I was just there thinking, I don't know why some of the schools in Nigeria, I cannot speak for Ghana because I never schooled here in Ghana, but some of the schools in Nigeria, I don't know why they don't put these things in the curriculum in our educational system. There are some things that they need to put in place in the history of our educational system, so we have to know these things. When we talk about history in Africa, they want to teach us the British history, they want to teach us the white people history. That is not our history. It's how time the educational system in Nigeria, I cannot speak for Ghana, to really focus, to start to teach the people the history of the land, the history of the people. Because this history needs to be told. You have to tell them, stop keeping the history away from the children, for the teenager, the adolescent who are going to school, especially they are in junior high school, senior high school. Teach them the history of Africa. Stop teaching them the British history. Because some of these things, some of the Nigerians never know that. I can tell you and I can beat my chest that Dr. Nkrumah, some of the children never knew. They have not even heard the name before. But this man fought for Africa. He wants Africa to be united. That was the plan. He make us get independence in Nigeria in 1960. But these things have not been taught to the young ones to know the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria, or the relationship between Ghana to the world at large. When you talk about the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria, or you talk about Ghana and Nigeria to the young ones in Nigeria, to the teenager, the adolescent, when you hear them talking about Ghana and Nigeria, all they think about is jollof rice. All they think about, oh, Ghana is better than Nigeria. All they think about is those things that we don't need. They should start teaching them the history between Nigeria and Ghana, and the symbol of Ghana in Africa, because Ghana is indeed a blessing. You see the Ghanaian national anthem. When you play the Ghanaian national anthem, I used to read it a lot. I don't know why I am so connected to Ghana. Anytime I have my exercise book with me, because I do use book basically every day. I do write something or I want to do something with notebook. You see the national anthem on the notebook. It's been written there. Anytime I read that national anthem and I start to sing the national anthem, it sinks inside me. Indeed, this is a blessing. God continue to bless our homeland Ghana and make us great and strong, because this land has really been a blessing. Look at how many years ago Ghana have been fighting for the movement of Africa, not today. Ghana have been fighting for us. Please, before I forget, please do me well by liking the video. If you have not been liking my video before, please do me well by liking the video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Drop your comment below of what you think of the video. Tell me more about the history of Ghana. Let's continue with the video.
His key role in the formation of the Organization of African Union. With Kwame Nkrumah beyond the borders of Ghana, he is hailed for his achievements.
This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. To independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.
To him, African Union was a passion, and I think he's right. Look at what is happening in Africa now. Congo, the richest country, what is there now? Warlords all over with this private enterprise from outside. They do what they like. I mean, and look at what is happening in all Africa. He foresaw that if we didn't come together, we would be in our present state.
Dr. K.B. Asante was the Secretary of State during Kwame Nkrumah's rule. He recounts Nkrumah's character.
He could be charming when he wanted to, but normally as someone who worked with him, he was what I would call a charming, hard taskmaster.
He was a good dancer, And he liked music, yes. And we would hear music. But I remember high life music around us.
His smile was infectious.
Perhaps you didn't hear what I said.
That was the charm of Nkrumah, a man who was very committed to Africa. Nkrumah lived and died Africa.
In September of 1909, in a village in the Gold Coast, as Ghana was called then before independence, a son was born. Francis Newyear Kofi Ngonioma, to his father a goldsmith, and his mother a retail trader. This name later changed to Kwame Nkrumah.
One thing I am grateful for is to come to Ghana, despite the fact that I was not planning to come to Ghana, but destiny brought me here. I came to Ghana. Ever since I came to Ghana, I have learned so much about the history of Africa, about Ghanaians. Not just Ghanaians, about Africa as a continent. I've learned a lot. Anytime I heard Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's name, I don't know why, it sink into my body. I feel like Nkrumah is indeed a hero and is a father to Africa. He can never die, he will live forever. Even generation to come will continue to honor him, even in his grave, because this man have done so much in Africa. Ghanaians have been a great help to Africa. I don't know why. Anytime I'm talking about Africa, Ghana, I am so obsessed when I see the way Ghanaians have done so much for Africa, and some Nigeria will sit there to talk about Ghana. I am boiling. I don't know why I am so connected to this land. I am not born in Ghana. I do not have any Ghanaian lineage in my family, but the love I have for this country is so massive. Sometimes I can play the Ghanaian national anthem as if I am a Ghanaian. I'll just be playing it. I can keep repeating it often and often as if I'm a Ghanaian. Because when you listen to the Ghanaian national anthem and you listen to the heroes that have stood for Africa, they all started from Ghana. They all came from Ghana. Ghanaians have been a great help and they are still doing it up till now. They have never stopped. That is why you see people respect Ghanaians so much. Even the foreigners, the British people, the white people, they respect Ghanaians because they know the value of Ghanaians. They know the impact of Ghanaians. They know what Ghanaians have done to the Africa continent, to Ghanaians. So every Ghanaians out there, we are grateful to have a hero, to have a land like this in the continent of Africa. So please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button for me and don't forget to drop your comment below of what you think of the video, and don't forget to like the video and share with a friend who would love to watch this video with you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.